impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like, we always have to be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. You have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but always be looking out for other people. And you have to answer for man's bad behavior, which is insane. But if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women, because you're supposed to be a part of the sisterhood. But always stand out and always be grateful. But never forget that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful. You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never show fear, never get out of line. It's too hard! It's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault. I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman tie herself into knots so that people will like us. And if all of that is also true for a doll just representing women, then I don't even want to know.
Dang, that is the deep stuff right there. That was the scene that I think every person who watched it for the first time, it just like got silent. And I think every woman wanted to clap in that moment too, because they were like, finally, someone said it. They understand. This is what we go through every day. It's finally in front of us, and we're looking at it. It's right there in words, all the feelings that we go through all the time. And all the men in this theater are gonna see that and understand, hopefully. And Brian's playing his sad violin.
You know, I will say, the longer that this scene has been out and I've been able to analyze it and sort of think about how it is with every day, I've been able to notice, there's a lot of truth to this. There really is.
I think it's really right. I do agree. I agree with a lot of it, but I also think that nobody cares. Nobody cares.
But we care. That's the thing.
But you care too much.
It's just something that we go through. It's because you're getting...
Wait, this is exactly my point.
What?
We care, but he's saying, but you care too much.
Exactly.
No, but care. Women... But the thing is, you guys think that men put all this on you as women?
No,
that's not true.
It's women on other women.
It's women on other women.
Yes, that's exactly.
So you gotta look at yourself in the mirror too.
She didn't say it was just men doing this to each other.
No, it's women on other women and women on themselves.
That's always the problem I have with the movie, is that it's like men, wag your finger.
But I don't think so.
A big part of it though is it's women on women too, though.
It is.
You gotta look in the mirror and be
enemy.
like the sisterhood of being mean to each other.
Exactly. That's why they said, like, the sisterhood. Come on, females, get it together. And then we're the ones being like, oh, look at her. Like, boss woman over there. She doesn't want to be a mother. Oh, my gosh. She doesn't care about her kids. And it's like, no, she's got a career. That's where she wanted to be. Everybody's different, and we antagonize each other, and I think that's the whole point of that speech is shut up. Your thoughts are too much.
The same thing could be said for men. A man could give that speech like, you gotta be strong, but not too strong, because people expect you to be somewhat sensitive, but not too sensitive. People think you're a wussy. You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
It
then
can
you
go
make,
on and on like
listen,
that.
you,
know?
then you make your movie and call it Brian.
Starring Brian as himself. Hey guys, let's listen to some ska. All right.
And think daily about the Roman Empire.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, but a great monologue and
Yes.
brilliantly done by America for in the film though. I
Yes,
just
and
wanna
if you
give
don't
props.
know where that monologue is from, that is obviously the Barbie movie. We've all seen it by now. It made the box office money to prove that everyone has seen it by now. So,
Joanna hasn't seen it.
she really has not. For real.
She hasn't seen it. I told her like
she's not part of that 1 billion money that they
Wow.
made.
I was
Wow.
like, go see it. She's like, I was like, oh, she said, oh, it's streaming on Prime. I was like, well, do you have to buy it on Prime? Rent it
Yeah,
on Prime?
probably.
She's like, oh, I'll skip it then. I'm like,
I mean, eventually it'll be free. But anyways, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That episode 121. If you don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
oh, I will. Oh, I will. I want to push you away. I will.
Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Oh,
We've got
Lord.
Katie in this corner.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, back in plastic. It's fantastic.
And I'm Ileana, your host, and we're siblings who have a love for all things movies, video games, TV shows, all things of that sort, and decided to share about it here on the internet with all of you people, and here you are listening. So, welcome. We have quite a show for you guys tonight. Before we jumped into it, this isn't on the whatever this is called, the document. However, I finally watched The Little Mermaid live action. And the whole time while I watched it, I wish I was watching the animated one. So
Wow.
Oh man.
that's all I could say about it.
Dang.
It was just as kind of bland and lifeless as the trailers made it out to be.
Dang.
I feel really bad because Halle Bailey looked beautiful. However, her character was so bland. So, I
I
mean,
disagree.
I felt like she was just there on screen, very blah. Melissa McCarthy, on the other hand, was freaking amazing, okay? I just
Oh,
want to
yeah.
say that.
She was great.
Aquafina.
Wait.
What?
Does she die in the end?
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can't tell because that actually is probably the worst part of the film is the final battle scene.
Yeah.
The kaiju
It's so
scene.
dark. You
I
can't
was
see
like,
anything.
What the heck? They blew that part. I was like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
right there.
I really wish the whole time I was just watching the original. I'm like, I want to listen to Jodie Benson sing. I want Poor Unfortunate Souls. I wanted that. That's what I wanted.
It
Don't
does
care how.
Yeah.
it does
exactly.
make the animated version like it makes it like wow, the animated version is so underrated.
Yes.
It's
It's so
exquisite.
good.
Yeah.
I also
but I
wanted
like the live action one though.
It was fine. I just rather watch the animated. I also wanted to bring some light finally to Ahsoka. I watched it, and also it was very boring. Now, the lightsaber scenes, every fight sequence was really cool. Loved watching that. Rosario Dawson, she's amazing. Her muscles, I was like checking them out the whole time, and I don't ever want to be like a muscular woman. I'm kind of like, I like to be slender, thin, kind of body shaped. But looking at her, I was like, oh my gosh, I want her body. She looked so cool and muscular and everything she could do. I'm like, yes, that is awesome. The music was also really great, but other than that, I was kind of bored. So that's Ahsoka. Did you guys watch it yet?
I haven't watched it yet, but I should have more time available now
Okay.
to.
It was only
watch it.
6 or 7 episodes, something like that. So it went by fairly quickly. I just binged it in one day. Yeah, it was just kind of meh, not super great. But I did see a comment on last week's episode saying that somebody really enjoyed it. Anakin and her getting along together. They really enjoyed that. So, thanks for leaving your comments down below. We appreciate reading them. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the actual show doc that we've got here. So Arcane Season 2 is announced for winter of next year, 2024. Did you finish Arcane, Katie? All the way?
I did. And it was really, really cool. Really, really cool. I honestly don't remember how it ended because it was a good while ago. But overall, I really enjoyed the series, I guess, or the show, whatever you want to call it. And I'm looking forward to it coming back. It's been a long time. Did you guys watch it?
No.
I watched a few episodes of it, but didn't get very far, and I wasn't really interested either. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of was. It wasn't my thing. The animation style also was kind of like, to me the whole time.
I really enjoyed. I like the animation style. I like the story. All of the characters are likable, especially. Okay, forgive me, all of you players of what game is it? It's
what, League of Legends?
Yeah, League of Legends. I always want to say WoW. It's not WoW.
No.
It's, yeah, it's LOL.
League of Legends.
Yeah, it's not WoW. It's LOL.
Yes.
And so anyway, the blue-haired chick, that's crazy. I really like her character. She's got a lot of moral dilemmas.
Is she the one who turns into Jinx later in the game?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's her name. And I like what they do with her. That's really cool. I like the main character. Also, she's pretty cool. Just everybody's really neat. So yeah,
I like
I'll be
the
watching
world that they build. I thought that was pretty cool. However, everything else I just kind of was on.
I like it.
I knew a lot of people that liked it, so I think it was just a me problem.
It's definitely a you problem.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a me problem.
Aw.
Brian, did you ever watch it?
Arcane?
Yeah, on Netflix.
No, I never even know what that is.
Yeah, it's some animated League of Legends show. A lot of people.
I thought it was like a cane for like old people.
Oh my.
Okay, that was so bad. Don't even.
That was so bad.
Oh my gosh. No, a lot of people did like it. It just wasn't my cup of tea, so. But if it is your cup of tea, congratulations, you're getting season 2.
Isn't Arcane like a rock band from like the 2000s or something? No.
You mean Arcade Fire?
Oh, Arcade Fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's Katie. She knows everything about the music
My God.
stuff.
Arcade Fire.
Arcane Fire.
That would work. Arcane Fire. That would be the cover band. Arcade Fire.
It's old people with canes playing
Oh
guitars.
no.
The poor
Wait,
guys.
Kate, I'm gonna ask you really quick, just off the top of my head before I forget. Were you ever like into Newfound Glory or anything like that? Those.
No.
Okay, good. All right.
Although
we can still be brother and sister.
Oh, thank you.
Siblings. Speaking
there
of,
was-
subscribe today and become a sibling.
Wesley and I were on our way to church on Sunday, and we like to listen to 90s K-Love, and they played a band I had not heard in. They played a band I had not heard in forever, and Brian would know it. Is All Star. Oh my gosh.
All Star United. All Star
not
United.
No. Was it All Star United?
Yeah, All Star
What
United.
else is called
Not
All-Star?
the hip hop band.
No, All Star United was like a swankabilly rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Swankabilly?
Yeah.
Swankabilly.
I don't know what swankabilly is, but yeah, it was them, and I was like, oh, that's really neat. I haven't heard of this. I haven't thought about this band in years.
No,
Dude,
you know, I did the
All-Star
same.
United was solid.
I
bro.
did the same thing. I think it was like on Sunday or something like that. I thought of Joy Electric. Okay, I hadn't thought about Joy Electric since I was maybe like
They were so
7 years
annoying.
old. And I looked up some of their songs. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are throwbacks to VHS days.
It's throwback to like throw up.
Hey,
EDM and its band. I liked Joy Electric.
it.
I liked
Joy
Joy
Electric
but wow.
is like when you go to the Walmart and you go to the men's hair section and you go to the bottom shelf and they have the cheapest hair gel, the big globby hair gel, that's what Joy Electric is. You get
blue
a
or
big
green.
glob of, yeah, exactly, blue or green. And
Yeah.
you just get a big glob and you're just like, that's Joy Electric. Just
Oh my gosh. Burgundy, yes.
Do you remember that video?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was
I
awful.
remember
Oh, I was thinking about-
everything.
we are children of the Lord.
Oh
Do,
my
do,
gosh.
do,
Children
do,
of
do,
the
do, do,
Lord.
do, do,
I wasn't thinking of that.
And then they have all these like weird like goth people in it, and it's
Dude,
Oh no, they were like early 2000s. They were straight out of the Princess Diaries and like Lizzie McGuire with
Oh
their
my
hair,
gosh.
with just the hair and the outfits. That's what it was, straight out of there.
Man, what a time to be alive. Okay, the early 2000s or like late 90s were crazy for what came out, okay? It's just such a weird time.
these kids won't know, man. They just don't know.
Like, ketchup was purple and green, okay? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was a weird time, dude. I was even telling the boys, okay, this is such a tangent, but I was telling the boys earlier this week, I'm like, TV shows, movies, even games like toys were so much cooler when I was a kid. Because we're watching Nickelodeon and they're showing all these like dumb toys. There's this Pikachu toy that all it does is just go side to side and doesn't do anything. I'm like, that's so stupid. $24.99. Like when I was a kid, things were being shot at. They had laser lights and all this crazy stuff and, you know, special effects sounds and whatever.
Sock'em boppers, literally things to beat up your
Yeah.
brother or sister with.
I don't like toys. are just
Inflatable
so
beach
much-
balls that you can pretty much put on your hands and hit each other with.
Moon shoes.
Moon shoes, the best
Moon
way to
shoes.
destroy your ankles.
Do you remember that little like it was a ring that you put around your leg?
Yeah,
and then
skip
you
it.
Skip it.
Toys were
But the
cooler.
best thing of
Yeah,
all,
there's a counter on this
on
ball.
this ball.
Yes.
So try to make your
Skip
very
it,
best
skip
score.
it,
Something, whole
skip
lot
it.
more.
Buy it at Target for $19.95.
Yes, and I would. That's when going
Or-
to Target as a kid was the best.
Or call now for easy payments of $69.99.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
For a skip it.
$69.
Oh my gosh.
So, I don't know. What good times. That was I don't even know what we were talking about. Arcane?
Arcade.
I don't know. Oh my gosh. What a tangent.
Oh my gosh.
But for
Hey,
real.
I don't know. Actually, no. I'll talk about it later.
No, what?
Go ahead.
What? Bring
No,
it
no.
up.
No.
Dude.
I don't know if we mentioned, but rest in peace, lead singer of Smash Mouth. Did we talk about
No,
that?
we did not.
I thought we did.
No,
No.
he had passed the weekend after the episode released.
Okay, hey, Smash Mouth, it got a lot of hate. Not like Nickelback. I think Nickelback is truly loathed, and
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, Smash Mouth did not
It's
deserve
beloved but memed on, you know?
Yeah, Smash Mouth did not deserve any of the crap that it got. You know, Smash Mouth was awesome.
Yeah.
And lead singer guy, I apologize, I'm totally forgetting his name right now. It's just because it's been a couple weeks.
Look
but,
up Siri.
man.
They get Siri out. Here we go.
Hey Siri, lead singer of Smash Mouth.
Steve Harwell.
Siri.
Steve
Thank you.
Harwell.
I know
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I knew it was Steve, and I apologize because I did enjoy the band.
He
I
was
did
like
the
what,
band a lot.
56 or something like that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had been in and out of rehab a couple times. Had addiction troubles.
Yeah.
But I mean, Smash Mouth, that time period, they were awesome, dude. They were like the only rock band that could play on Disney Channel. I mean, that's kind of their. That was it, because you can't have like Aerosmith, or you couldn't have Linkin Park on Disney Channel, but
Yeah.
you could have Smash Mouth.
Crawling in my skin
Yeah.
on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, you can't have Limp Bizkit or Kid Rock on Disney Channel, but you can have Smash Mouth.
Yeah, they were the kid-friendly
Yeah.
version. So yeah, when I saw that, I was shocked, truly.
Yeah.
So
Rest
that is
in peace, man.
that's very
All
sad.
All right, sorry about that.
All right, so let's keep moving on. Now we're going to switch gears to video games. So the video games is on the, how do you pronounce this? Do you say SAG or SAG?
SAG-AFTRA.
SAG-AFTRA strike, maybe? So
Yeah.
what does that mean? What do you mean video games?
So when you have games that have voice acting, the voice actors are credited as being in the Screen Actors Guild or AFTRA. And they get credit for that. However, people are calling for even video games voice actors to join this strike that's been going on for months now due to potential AI taking over their jobs. So
that will be insane.
That would be
Okay.
insane because I think that, this is just my opinion, video games are doing a lot better in terms of revenue than movies. Not television, because you can crank out shows and all that. But when it comes to movies,
Well,
I think
you
they're
think
doing a little
about
bit
this.
better.
A movie is one thing. A
Right.
video game is one thing. A TV show is
There's a
multiple
lot. Yeah,
episodes.
exactly. So, that would be a huge blow to the video game industry unless you go the route of Nintendo and you just don't have voice acting at all.
If that happens, it'll be so dystopian, I feel like.
Yeah.
And there will be
All
like
right.
the underground people, like A24, all these different companies that pop up trying to give people jobs, because that's just like literally
Think about it.
nuts.
Think about it this way. Think about like Grand Theft Auto 5. It has 3 main characters in it. You play as each character. That game is one of the biggest pop culture behemoths of all time. It sold ridiculous amount of copies. It probably made close to $1 billion. But you have 3 actors in there who voice acted it, motion capture, all that. Think of Last of Us 2. They did all that. All the Hideo games, all that. There's
God of War and
yeah, all that. So all
Horizon.
that's voice acted, motion captured. Every time a copy of that game is sold or downloaded or whatever, those guys got to get a piece of that action. Especially if it's like, a game like a Red Dead 2 where you have these actors, working on the game for multiple years. It doesn't just take 3 months to record it. It could be like 6-7 months to a year to record thousands of lines, do all sorts of motion capture for it. You got to get paid. They got to get a piece of that, especially
Right.
when a game is going to make, if a Call of Duty makes $1 billion annually, they got to get a piece of that action.
yeah, and so what I'm reading here from the LA Times is that just like we're saying, AI, this is a quote, to them, AI poses an equal or even greater threat to performers in the video game industry than it does film and TV, particularly because many work in voiceover. The capacity to cheaply and easily create convincing detailed replicas of performer voices is already here and widely available, says SAG-AFTRA said in a message posted on its website. You can find the tools to do it yourself with a simple Google search without protections. Not only will this be the future of how voices are recorded for video game characters, but your own voice recordings will be used to train the AI systems that replace you. End quote.
I hate that so much.
Yes, and so one last thing is performance capture, in which professionals like stunt performers provide digitally captured performances for video games, could also be replicated through AI.
Then your likeness then can also be bought and sold.
You don't really need that. You don't need to. If you look on, I get a lot of these pop-up ads where it's like, what does AI think people look like in your state? And they will come up with people that look like people, but they're not really replicating
they're not even real.
anybody. They're not trying to pose as anybody in particular. It's just people. So you don't even have, they don't even need anybody's likeness. They have enough information to where they just create their own person.
So, okay, but what I'm saying is, like, now, for example, take, like, just top of my mind, I think, like, Andy Serkis, and when he did Gollum, you know, for if they ever made anything with Gollum now, in the future, you would have to call in Andy Serkis to be like, hey, Andy, we need to do something for Lord of the Rings, for something. We need you to get back into the mocap suit and do some Gollum stuff for us, okay? Now, you don't have to call Andy Serkis. Be like, we already got what we need.
You can just input in all the old stuff.
Yeah, we already have all the old stuff. We can just use technology to have new
recreate
emotions,
it somehow.
New physical features, and now Andy Serkis we don't require his services. His performance that he gave previously is already, we can use
it's already been recorded. It's already been put into the system. Now his job is obsolete.
So now Troy Baker as Joel, you know, he already did it. Now we can do whatever we want with it.
And that's
we don't need Troy Baker's
even making
done
me
now.
Thinking about, you know, what about past actors and actresses that are gone?
They've done that. They've done that with, like, Marlon Brando for Superman before.
I'm thinking like Robin Williams or something, or when Morgan Freeman passes away, his voice will still be used because of all the stuff that he's already done documentary-wise. They're gonna use his voice to keep making documentaries even after he's gone.
Oh yeah, that in fact, in the football world, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, he actually created an AI of himself in the stadium that fans can go. Because he's an old guy. He's probably like 89 years old.
Yeah.
People can go into the stadium and they can ask Jerry Jones, the AI, questions. And so that AI is learning. So that AI could be there in AT&T Stadium for God longs know how. And so it's like
stuff like that is cool. And I think that is fine. But when it's replacing the job of somebody who is still alive and well and is willing to do that job, it's unnecessary.
So even after death,
but
Jerry Jones is alive and can still own the Dallas Cowboys.
He's doing that, but does he need to be standing there answering questions all day long? Probably
not.
But
he'll still, even in death, he'll still own it because he can be like, I am God now.
Oh.
You deactivate me if you wish.
Oh my gosh. Put me out of my misery. End me.
Yeah, but then we're like, all right, guys, we need to pull the switch on Jerry Jones. No, now I've infected the entire system.
Yeah, the plug gets unplugged but doesn't turn off. And you're like, uh-oh, we done flubbed up. So I guess that's, you know, who knows what the future of video games. I think with this strike going on for so long, I really hope that, you know, everyone's ears are open. They're listening and they're willing to make, you know, some compromises here and there. Not the strikers. They don't need to make the compromises. They're the ones who need to be heard. So I'm hoping that the head honchos that are controlling this whole thing, that they're the ones who will make some compromises and listen to the people, you know, everywhere. Just the people. Listen to the people. So that's that. All right. So still on video games. The Wonder Direct, Super Mario Wonder. We saw the whole Direct. It was long. It told us what to expect for the game. What do you guys think of it?
I think it was great.
What are your thoughts whenever you saw the Direct and whenever like other people talked about it and pondered on it? What did you get out of it? I guess
we're a little late to the party, but I think it looks great. It looks very different, but they incorporate so much more into it. It's like, this is, you have your same mechanics where it's a, you know, 2D side scroller, whatever. Mm-hmm. But there's so much that is into it. It's almost like a Megalovania to me.
I think a lot of people are really excited for it.
A Metroidvania. Megalovania. God. What a love. Yeah, it looks like a Metroidvania where you can just take several paths to get to where you need to go. And you can activate certain things, you can use different power-ups to get there, to collect things. I like collectibles.
Here's my qualm with this game. It very much gives me Super Mario Maker vibes, where it's like, it's so creative, it's so exciting and new. It seems hard. It looks like
they've been saying it's hard. They've been saying it's hard. We said
and that turns me off.
We said we talked about that a few weeks ago, that people that were test playing the game were like, this is no joke. Yeah. This game is hard. The game is difficult. But
and for a casual gamer like me, who just, picks up a game and expects to, blaze through something like a Kirby game, like Kirby and Forgotten Land was exactly up my difficulty level of, it's not too hard, but it's not too easy. You might die and you may have to keep trying a few times, but it's beatable. You can beat the game. It's super doable. This one looks like the Super Mario Maker worlds, where people make them literally almost impossible. This one looks like it has a lot of mechanics and like a lot of ways to screw up, and so that's where I'm kind of like, ooh, I might be drawn back from this one.
However, it does have that option. There are just a lot of options, which I like. There's that
play
option.
Yoshi.
Yeah, be Yoshi, and then you're just invincible. You're just going through the world trying to, figure out the world. You don't have to worry about the people. Or the other characters.
I like that, because someone like Mom, who wants to play online with us, she can play Yoshi. Or, kids, like my sons, if they're not, I've got one that's getting really good at video games, and then one that's, starting to get better, but he's not great. I think he would appreciate the Yoshi one, playing as that. So, I mean, I'm glad there's different play styles, but base game as it is just looks difficult.
Yeah, but I think that this is Nintendo growing up with the players. A lot of Mario players have stuck around since the 80s, including
and we
me
ain't
and
no 15-year-olds no more.
No, but you talk like one. But yeah, this is upping the difficulty level for those players that have experience playing Mario games and need a harder challenge, which I think is a good step forward.
Brian, what did you have to say? I saw you.
I watching the direct and everything, it reminded me of the previous games, and while those games are also can be a lot of fun, especially team play and everything, sometimes it's so much more difficult when you play with other people and you gotta keep accommodating.
It's so chaotic.
I mean, you could literally pee your pants, but then you're like, we're no further to beating this level than we were 15
like
minutes
you have people
ago.
jumping on your head, you're like, stop touching me, you're killing me.
Or if you play like me and Ileana on 3D World, we're just so stupid.
I love 3D World because that one is not hard. That one, it has its challenges, but it's very doable. And that's where I see the problems with this one. What are you going to say again, Brian?
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, I'm just going to play by myself if I want to beat this. I can actually focus on trying to combat this difficulty and everything.
Here's my other issue with the game. The worlds look the same as they always do. Okay? I
disagree.
It's always a regular grassy world. It's always a desert world. It's always an ice world. I'm like, okay, come on. There's a cloud world somewhere maybe too. A jungle world. Ooh, I'm like, this is the same thing as New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'm like, that's the same thing. Or even the one for the DS. I can't remember. I think New Super Mario Bros. Also, but DS. And I'm like, come on. I love that they're changing this art style, the animations, everything like that. They're adding Wonder Flower. They're making things a little bit, as Arlo said, weird. That's fun, but I'm like, okay, come on. Let's get a little bit more original world building here.
Yeah, let's go to Pea World. I want to go to Poop World. I want to go to Corn Poop World.
Throw Up World.
What the
Like
heck
I
is
want
wrong
to be
with you
riding.
guys?
I want to be riding on a corn cob that's going through a river of poop. You know.
Okay, all right.
And then
That
you got
visual
you
is
got
absolutely
Again, bump that out of context.
Let me write that one down.
You said you wanted original. You wanted weird.
Oh my god.
Really? It couldn't be like Spaghetti World or something? Like
Spaghetti
you're writing
World.
on some
It couldn't-
noodles?
It couldn't be like space, outer space.
Yeah,
Oh my
no,
god,
Brian
these
went-
meatballs are gonna get me. Evade the bouncing meatballs, Mario.
Brian went straight to bathroom jokes.
Great. We try. You of all people try to avoid the poop humor.
Not today.
not today.
He chose Dark Brian.
Mucus World.
Stop!
He
Watch
chose-
out!
He
The
chose
sneeze
corn,
is
Brian.
coming. If you don't get to the end of the level in a minute, it's gonna sneeze you out.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
So far it is well received. A lot of people seem to be excited for this game. I think they have every right to be excited. It's new. It's not Charles Martinet, so that's also new and like what? So I think everybody, is excited, and I think that's fair. And we'll see when it comes out. When is that? Like in a month or something?
I think it comes out in October or November, one of the two. We have it pre-ordered.
So, Bump That will be there for the opening, I guess. There's
Yeah,
no
I'll be able to play a good bit of it.
there's
so.
no whatchamacallit. What is that called? When you get to play it before the game's out. Oh my gosh.
Demo?
Demo. There's no demo, is there?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So, I guess, we'll just wait and see. So, moving on. Tomorrow, okay? There's an alleged Nintendo Direct.
No, it is actually happening tomorrow.
Not alleged anymore. It is confirmed. Nintendo
Yes.
Direct.
I know
What do you
that
think
a
there
few
will
other
be?
podcasts, they have the same problem. Like they record their podcast on Wednesdays, and then these directs, Sony does it all the time, and then they're like,
It's
we
like,
gotta
gosh
wait till
darn
next
it.
week.
It doesn't work with our
Well,
schedule. You're not mute. You're.
My bad. I think PlayStation is also having their State of Play tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh dang, that'll be
Yep.
a lot going on.
Yep. So tomorrow is going to be insane. We have the Nintendo Direct, which we'll talk about a little bit. But PlayStation has their 2023 State of Play scheduled for tomorrow as well.
And that's exciting because, gosh darn it, PlayStation, y'all don't have anything. You need some substance.
Well, and here's the kicker. Are you ready for the kicker?
Let's go.
Sony, this is another win for Nintendo, I think. Sony is focusing on indie games and third-party games. Are you serious, Sony? Third-party and indie games. Give me a break. Where are your first-party games, PlayStation? Xbox just had Starfield come out, and everybody's playing that. What is happening? I almost did a Dark Knight. Did your balls fall off, or what is that line?
I don't know, but
Yeah, that was it. That was.
Oh man, that's bad. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have the indie games, woohoo! And it's like, no, where are your games at? And so I'm glad PlayStation's having it, but I hope they don't flub it up. Okay, I hope. People are starving for some PlayStation games. They're not having to. I mean, they obviously want to play their Nintendo Switch, but dang it, these people like high graphics, okay? These people have standards, unlike Nintendo, who's like, yeah, it's okay if it's a little blurry and smudgy and, frame rates dropping and whatnot. These people want to play on the big screen. They want some killer action games. They're missing it.
You're not gonna get it because it's also VR2, PSVR2.
VR?
Yeah, virtual reality.
Oh.
So forget your big games. You're not getting them. But if you're curious to watch that, it is tomorrow, Thursday, September 14th. I guess by this time it'll already be past. But
Right.
10 p.m. 10 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern, I should say.
Dang, that's pretty late.
Yep.
And then
They're probably broadcasting from Japan.
okay, and then what about the Nintendo Direct?
The Nintendo Direct is the complete opposite.
They're like
It's
12
yeah, it's like 10 p.m. Eastern. I think, or excuse me,
a.m.
10,
a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern. They do it early.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they do that on purpose so that people can crank out videos.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Free
the YouTubers are like,
advertisement.
all
Free
the
advertisement.
American YouTubers are like, we're going. It's time. Let's go. So, what do you think? Okay,
There are a lot of rumors.
I heard Donkey Kong is
Yes.
finally.
Yes,
way!
No, I was joking.
No, it's
they're
true.
not.
No, it's true.
bull
But
crap.
here's the thing.
Brian,
Here's the thing.
oh, you're such a piece of crap.
You are. No, Donkey Kong is in the ring. However, I heard something that
The
deflated,
Ring of Fire.
Yeah, I heard something that deflated my.
Depleted.
Oh my gosh.
Fleeting.
Deflated.
I've been
my-
depleted lots of times.
You're done.
Oh my god. Deflated my enthusiasm.
Get on with it.
Is that it could be a Donkey Kong Mario game.
Huh.
You know how they did one for was it the GameCube? I think it was the GameCube or the Wii. I think it was the GameCube where they were against each other. They were frenemies.
Yeah.
And that was also
Mario and Donkey Kong at the Olympic Games.
No, please, no, God.
Mario and Donkey Kong Battle Royale.
Oh my gosh.
Donkey Kong and Mario, Ukraine versus Russia.
Oh,
Okay.
Donkey Kong would
and
be
Mario.
Ukraine.
Cab driver.
We all know that Mario is a communist, so
Donkey Kong and Mario.
Well, he's Italian,
Scuba
so yeah,
diving
he'd be a
expedition.
fascist. You know.
fascist.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is on the table. There's also talk of F-Zero coming back for all you
people would
F-Zero
love
fans. Yeah, for all you F-Zero fans. There's also I think it's a slim, very like 0.5% chance that we'll see this new console.
That would be crazy. Okay, so
Yeah.
look, we are
I thought there's rumors that it's been seen by a few people.
It has.
They've seen
They showed
but
it
they
off.
don't know when. They don't know when. It's gonna
Yeah.
be announced. They don't know full details or anything. It's just been the rumor, and they're like, it's coming.
Well, here's what has happened for fact.
Okay.
They showed off the new console behind closed doors at Gamescom a few weeks ago. Dev kits have been sent out to studios, game developers, so that they can go ahead and start developing games for it. But it's not the end all be all for the system. They're just development kits. So it's not, I would think that it's not finished yet. And if this is a system that's coming out next year, then it's not going to be completely finished.
Could you imagine? They're like, holiday this year, it's coming. I would flip. And could you imagine?
I would pee myself.
Along with it, like Super Mario Odyssey 2 packaged with it or something. I'd be like,
oh my gosh. Now, something worth noting is that for some reason, Breath of the Wild has been floating around, like an HD remake of it or something like that. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Twilight Princess.
Yes.
Ooh, what if they're gonna do some Mario or not Mario, Nintendo Switch expansion stuff. They do Wii finally. They put the Wii on there.
Oh, they've been talking about putting
They don't have GameCube on there.
yeah,
yet,
I was
do
gonna
they?
say I think it's GameCube and
Put the freaking Wii on
don't-
there.
I don't think they're gonna put the Wii. I think they're gonna put GameCube, and maybe another handheld.
The DS?
Yeah.
Please, the DS. I'll play Nintendogs again.
my
I don't
God.
care. I don't care that I'm, 20 years
Bring
older
back
than what I was.
Nintendogs!
Oh my gosh. Let's go. I'm playing Nintendogs again. It's happening.
Bitch.
But I can't wait.
Tomorrow should be fun. Let's see. This is. Oh no, that's from my.
I'm gonna
3
be
weeks
like,
ago.
y'all, I know I'm supposed to be like your teacher right now, but can we just all watch this direct together and put it on my screen? Let's see, if it's gonna be at 10 o'clock, I'll have 3rd grade.
Oh my gosh. 10 o'clock. I'll have.
I'll be with my 3rd graders, be like, let's go. Come
I
on,
think I'll-
Nintendo Direct.
I think I'll have 4th grade at that time.
Oh my gosh. And they'll be like, yeah, let's do it, Miss Kinberg. I'll be like, let's go. We're doing it right now.
Don't tell your teacher. Anybody that speaks a word, you're out of here. I'm writing you up.
Demerit. Anyway, so that's really exciting. Let us know down in the comments what came out, because you'll have already seen
Yeah.
it by the
What
time.
are you excited for? Or what do you wish that you had seen?
Yes, I would love to know that. Come on, Donkey Kong. Come on.
Come
All
on.
right. All right. Blue Beetle.
It's been wait, I just gotta say, it's
okay.
You Pikmin fans, you're eating well.
They are.
You Pokemon people, you're eating well.
It was 10 years.
Well,
for Pikmin.
you
You
said they're
Mario people.
Pigman people. So yeah, pigs eat
Pikmin.
pretty well.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Pikmin. I thought
You
you said
cheesehead.
Pigman.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
You
god.
said
No, no.
Pigman. Like half man, half pig. You probably eat
Half
pretty well.
half man, half bear, half pig. Brian gets that reference. Half
Yeah, I
man,
do.
half bear, half pig.
Okay.
All right, Al Gore.
Blue Beetle. All right, the latest DCU, film surpasses its budget, but just barely. The movie cost $104 million billion, and passed $114 million this week. So that's kind of like,
Nobody cares.
that's what I'm saying. Nobody wanted this movie. Maybe like a
I wonder
14-year-old
did,
out there.
did actually Hispanic people, because this movie was supposed to be like, yeah, Hispanic people,
George
Latinos, whatever.
Lopez.
Yeah. Did anybody in this Hispanic Latino community like go out in droves to see this movie?
No, nobody
No.
came out in
Cares.
droves to see this movie.
No.
Nobody came out.
All right, in the trailer, George Lopez says Batman is a fascist. And I just knew that movie was going to be Garbo from that line.
It got good reviews. It got actually really solid reviews. People said it was decent, but nobody
Yeah.
cares.
No.
Nobody
I'd
cares.
rather go see 100 other
Brian,
movies.
stop
before
trying
this
to
one.
be like that guy from Jurassic Park. You're not that guy.
See,
Stop.
nobody cares.
Dennis Nedry, Dotson, we got Dotson over here. Dennis Nedry, Wayne Knight, Oscar. Stick, stupid. No wonder you're extinct. I'm gonna run you over when I get back down.
Oh my gosh.
So, here's the question. Is James Gunn
No, Katie, what are you
James
doing?
done?
James
I know
Gunn has
exactly. I know
nothing to do
exactly
with
what I'm
this.
doing. It doesn't matter.
Why would you put
He has
that
his
down?
name attached to it because
It's
when
like
was the last time? No, when
clickbait
was the
stuff.
last time?
This
that's
is
what
such
Ileana likes.
clickbait
Yo, I
When was the
love
last time
clickbait
that?
stuff, okay?
When was the last time that the DCU had a good movie come out?
Dude, James
With this-
Gunn didn't even do this. This is way before
But
James
his
Gunn,
name
bro.
is attached
Come
to the
on.
business.
It's not.
Yes,
it's
it is.
not.
Why
He
are
had
we
nothing
saying
to do
this?
with this. He has to put this out since he's the head of DCU now.
Then why is it failing? Why is it failing?
Because this is before him. This was old Zack
Are you
Snyder.
kidding me? No,
No,
it's not.
what
That's
are you
coming out right now. How is it on?
You're the one that's foolish. I'm gonna run you over when I get down.
He said foolish.
How can it be old news if it's happening right now?
Look.
What are you talking about?
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay, back up.
Before James Gunn became the James Gunn that would run the DC Extended Universe movies, they already had a whole bunch of movies they had lined up. they had directors attached. They had Flash, Aquaman, and they had Blue Beetle. And they gave the director guy Blue Beetle. So before James Gunn even came on, Blue Beetle was already in the can. It was done. And then James Gunn's like, you know what? We're going to trash all this movies. Henry Cavill.
But we're going to keep the freaking Blue Beetle?
But we already made the movie. We already spent the money on it.
That is not an excuse.
So might as well just send it out so people can watch it. They can get their Blue Beetle fix for all the Blue Beetle fans out there.
Which are in droves.
All 10 of them.
And the Latino community can have their superhero movie because they've been dying for a superhero movie for so long.
Okay.
And I'm being so facetious because I don't think they really care.
No,
right,
they
but
don't.
No, rebuttal. The nerve that they would get rid of movies that would make money, such as Superman or Wonder Woman, and they would cancel other movies that have already been made. What was that movie that
Batgirl?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was garbage.
It doesn't matter. That has a name to it. Everybody knows who Batgirl is. Who the heck is Blue Beetle? Who the heck is Blue Beetle?
Pretty popular. Blue Beetle is like the equivalent of Iron Man in the DC world.
Are you insane?
I have never heard of Blue Beetle.
Are you insane?
Before 2007.
Look at this guy raising his voice.
Before 2008, nobody had ever heard of Iron Man. Nobody had.
That's fair.
Try.
Okay, before 2008, Iron Man was just literally a Marvel comic book character that only a few select comic book nerds knew about. Okay, nobody knew who Hawkeye was, and now he has his own TV show. Okay, so it's the same thing. There was a few people that were like, yes, I want Blue Beetle. And then they got Blue Beetle. But now James Gunn's like, now we're going to start over. We had a flood.
I'm shaking my head like Danny DeVito.
There's a rainbow of
Brian,
blue.
you make a lot of sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, here's the Blue Beetle.
I'm not trying to make sense. This is what happened. This is the situation.
No, but it makes sense. Nobody knew about these characters. They got a movie. They made it big. Some of them aren't going to always hit like others. You know, if there was a Hawkeye movie, I don't think it would hit. Okay? He's a minor character. Blue Beetle, it doesn't hit. Minor character. Okay? But the movie's out there for the fans, whatever. And now if he's going to do clean slate... Okay, now I wonder what that means for the franchise of DC. What are they going to do?
It's all
now?
new. You're going to get a whole new Flash.
But here's the deal.
A whole new Batman. That's why they did the Flash with the old Batman from '89. A different Superwoman. Instead of Superman, it was Superwoman, whatever girl.
However, they still have an Aquaman movie coming out.
Yeah, exactly. It was already done. They filmed it.
Okay.
It was already done.
But here's my rebuttal. So if you introduce a new brand, okay, you start from scratch, and then you add popular people to that brand, popular names tied to it, and you build up this world, and over time you expand that world, but you don't really add new people on their own that don't have a name with it. Iron Man did exceptionally well, what came out of nowhere, but that was back in the day when people weren't going out to see superhero movies very much. You had Batman and Spider-Man, but that was pretty much it. Then you had Edward Norton's The Hulk. And then it started to, fit into place a little bit with more and more superhero films. Now, that is a very risky thing, creating a new title with a superhero that's not that well known. It's not going to do well because nobody knows it. They're not going to see it. It's not interesting enough.
You're right. Actually, you know what? You are 100% right. The movie was set up to fail.
Absolutely.
But that's not James Gunn's fault. Because this was before him. He's like, you know what? We got to release these films, but it's not my fault. They were already made to fail because they were set up to fail. There's no future in these films. They're literally just like one-offs. At one point, Blue Beetle would probably have joined the Justice League, you know, and they would have gone on merry adventures together. But
Mary.
yes, merry adventures together. But James Gunn's like, you know what? We're gonna start over. We're going to do a Superman, we're going to do a Batman, we're going to do a Wonder Woman, and all these characters will all join and have ventures, and more people will come together, and then blah, blah, blah. Then there'll be like a Lex Luthor, just like there's a Loki, and then blah, 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 blah. And then we'll have a dark side like Thanos, and then everybody will have TV shows and movies, and blah, blah, blah. Like, he had Peacemaker. Peacemaker is going to be done after this, and that's all.
So
Now, here's...
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Here's my last question. I understand completely what you're saying, and you are also completely right.
I know I am.
However, the problem lies what's going on in the real world now, which there's nothing that he can do, nothing anybody can do to change that unless changes are made in the movie industry. Meaning, nobody's going to be making movies if this strike is continuing. So what then? What is the plan then? They're not gonna. What I think should happen, that nobody's asking my opinion, is they should use this time to not release anything. Space it out. Let Blue Beetle be its own thing. Let the Aquaman movie come out. Let some time pass where people are not let any of those superhero movies.
And those movies will die a nice death. And they
don't we all just want that?
And then
See, but that's the thing. We're not getting trailers for movies that are coming out like in the summer of next year, in the fall of next year.
Heck, what's even coming out holiday of this year? What, Willy Wonka? Or is that next year?
Killers of the Flower Moon is a Scorsese movie. That's the one I'm looking. But that's a Scorsese high drama.
Yeah, nobody's gonna go see that.
Yeah, but like,
why Thomas DiCaprio and De Niro? Shut up, man! Get the heck out of here!
Are you kidding me? Those movies don't gross as much as others. Because
they make $100 million. They'll make $100 million.
Movie
which is
out.
fine. Yeah, and they
the
finally
Boy and the Blue Heron.
Yeah,
that's coming out in December.
Oh, and speaking of him, Miyazaki, this was supposed to be his last movie. No, he announced this week that he is not retiring.
Yeah,
Figures.
I
Awesome.
saw that.
So we've got for this year. Okay, Wish is still coming out.
Where's the trailers for that?
God. Man,
did the Marvel come out yet already?
The trailer.
The movie hasn't come out.
Yeah.
I've seen trailers for it though.
Okay,
no, but I'm gonna see that. I'm definitely gonna go see that.
Another Trolls movie.
Oh my God!
Together is coming out. That is also this year. The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is still coming out.
Oh God.
What was that? Aquaman is this year.
Trailer just got released for that.
Yeah, I just saw that.
What is that? A Good Burger movie is coming out this year.
Oh, is that this year?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Smoke some weed and go get some munchies.
Yes,
That's
that new duck movie, Migration.
Oh
is
yeah, that
coming
looks
out
really
this year.
cute. That looks really cute.
The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is coming out this year.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there are still some good things coming out this year.
Not
Saw
really.
Yeah.
5 or 4. Is
Oh,
it 5?
they're on.
Dude,
they're
Saw's like
10.
at sign 10, bro.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, kid?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The Paw Patrol movie already came out. Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Rizzle, the Wild Card. It's a Chicken Run type-esque movie. I mean, it's starring a chicken.
Made by Aardman.
It's
Oh,
a chicken.
Chicken Run 2 comes out next year.
No
Rizzle.
way.
This is this year. It's called
Wait,
Rizzle.
why haven't I seen this?
Chicken
The
Run.
trailer for Chicken
What the
Run
heck?
2, I saw it last week.
It's
No
called.
way.
You gotta watch it.
It's
gotta
called
check
Chicken
it out.
Run: Dawn of the Nugget.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Hey, man, you gotta keep up with stuff. This is what our podcast is about, bro.
So
Wait,
that's all-
why haven't you guys talked to me about this? What is wrong with you?
I can't help you out with that. That's all this year, okay?
I don't know if Mel
serious?
Gibson's in it though. I was like trying to hear the voice of Rocket.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The original voice cast members will return for the sequel,
No,
bringing back beloved characters like Ginger and Rocky.
the voice of Ginger is different.
It says the
different actress
original.
doing-
It says the
No.
original voice cast will
Incorrect.
return.
The voice of Ginger is different. Look it up. Look it
Look,
up.
this is coming from Screen Rant from 5 days ago.
I'm pretty sure it's different.
Napoleon.
That's what I thought I
5 days
saw.
ago.
Napoleon's coming out this year as well.
Napoleon Dynamite?
No.
No,
I'm
Joaquin
just
Phoenix.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Directed by Rid Scott.
Let me see. I think
Prestige
that's
films that you guys don't like.
Oh,
'cause
some
you have no
Japanese
taste.
movie that
Yes,
I can't
I
read.
do. My gosh, we
Some
saw Masters and
Christmas
Commanders
movie.
twice in theaters, bro.
Okay,
Okay,
that's Peter
so-
Weir. Okay.
Okay, but they were still like those kinds of movies, period movies. Okay, get
So
off.
those
my-
look like all the main title
What?
movies that are coming out for this year. So some good ones, some misses. You had the Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 movie that just came out.
Oh,
We're seeing that on Saturday. We're
Yeah,
seeing it on
I'm
Saturday.
excited.
Oh my lord.
Bump that will be there for the review of that
Yes!
one. Okay, so movies are still coming out. It's crazy though. Okay, crazy. I'm looking at release dates for a lot of these movies. Not a whole lot next year. Okay,
Of course not.
a lot of these are releasing 2025, 2026. I saw a lot of them say 2027, which is just like
Look,
insane that the
When
pushback.
it comes to DC though, this may be a blessing in disguise. Here's why. When they started the Zack Snyder DC universe, they had Man of Steel, okay? That was supposed to kick it off. Henry Cavill's Superman. It was supposed to be like the whole Marvel thing. We're going to start off with the introductory character and do the movies, but DC wanted to get that Avengers money, and so they sped it up. Before they did a Cyborg, before they did a Flash, everybody else, they were like Justice League, boom, and it didn't work. So now James Gunn's gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna do this right. I'm gonna have this mapped out. So all these movies are gonna come out perfectly in line. It's gonna make sense. We're not gonna rush this. We're gonna allow this to grow organically so that it can be
Find some new talent. I don't know. I'm kind of sick of seeing the same faces in Hollywood.
Superman is gonna be a new guy. Lois Lane is Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So
Right.
everybody else would be new.
The rest of them, I want some new faces, okay? I like getting these new people in because, gosh, I'm sick of seeing the same 3 Chris's being thrown around. I'm sorry. Like, I love them, but use somebody else. There's so much more talent in the world. So that's just my 3 cents. But we got to keep moving on, okay? So that was a good little conversation. We talked a little bit about PlayStation. This should have been moved up one more bullet to continue with the video game stuff. But PlayStation's newest handheld console, Portal, is planned to release this year in November at $199. Will this be a Switch killer? No, I don't think so.
Probably not.
No.
The Steam Deck did not kill the Switch, and the Steam Deck was huge. People were like going crazy for it, but it was not mainstream. Not anywhere close to mainstream. Portal, it will be mainstream because it's PlayStation. Will it kill the Switch? No, because you don't have those family-friendly games like the Nintendo does. So,
The only thing is that the price may attract more people, and I don't know.
but where are your games, PlayStation? What are we even going to be able to play
Where are
on
they?
it?
And
So-
have you seen what it looks like? It looks
Actually, no.
weird. It looks really weird.
is it Switch-esque or
No.
me see. PlayStation's Portal?
It looks too modern to me. It looks like a PS5. Like the controllers look like PS5
yeah,
controllers.
yeah.
It just looks a little too, I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to take this with me in public. I feel like
That
This-
looks kind of horrible. It looks like a cell phone with
No, it looks
controllers
like
attached to it.
Yeah, it looks like
Or
a tablet. A tablet.
Yeah,
with,
exactly.
With PS5 controllers
Things like
attached to it.
horns stuck on the side of its head.
Right. And it doesn't. I don't know if you could take them off.
Yeah, who knows?
So it's not very accessible like this.
It looks very much so like what people are trying to sell, like
knockoffs.
Cell phone handles to play.
Oh yeah.
Like mobile games, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just giving me that whole vibe. Nah. Like I said, PlayStation, we're your first party games anyways. Now you're coming up with a new console. You're not gonna have any games for it. You guys don't pop them out fast enough. So, you know, people are gonna buy this console and be like, wow, what a great price. But what am I gonna play on it? What game is there to play on it? So, boo! Not a Switch killer. Just saying. All right. We are gonna have to make this a quick chunk, okay? This is not gonna be a chunk. This is gonna be a crumb today. Not a chunk, a crumb of a chunk. So it is time to enter the crumb zone.
So crummy.
Oh, I wanted to say so crumbly. Anyways.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You've been muted this whole time. So muted.
Can't hear you, brah.
Well, while Ileana is fixing herself, how disgraceful, I will talk about what we're talking about with the chunk, so chunky and crumbly. Okay. So, Avatar, finally some concrete news about Avatar. Avatar, Fire Lord Zuko is an upcoming animated movie that is going to expand Zuko's story, coming out in 2025. Still a ways off, but we can still try to speculate what it's going to be about. What would your story include? What do you expect to see? Who do you expect to see? What do you not want to see?
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
There you are.
I wasn't even muted. Okay, I don't know what happened. Not muted. It just switched to browser settings. I'm like, nothing has changed since I was sitting here. Okay, so I apologize for that little.
It's all right.
That's okay. I did your job for you.
Okay. Well, it's okay. You guys are usually.
Hey, Katie. Good job, brah.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, thanks, man. I tried so hard.
At least somebody's working around here.
Oh my gosh, she really stepped up to the plate.
I sure did. Okay. I'm glad you recognized that.
Shut up. Anyways, you guys usually introduce the chunk anyways because you guys are the ones who come up with it. So fine, I'm back. So this movie's coming out. And we're talking about it? What,
yeah, and so this movie's
what a host I am.
This movie's coming out and we're talking
about
it. What are we doing? So
Who's
this movie's
Zuko?
coming out. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
The guy from Greece.
Line.
Oh, yeah.
What's my line? Hello?
Summer lovin'. Happens so
fast.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay.
Anyway, Danny Zuko. That's what it is. Danny Zuko. All right. So, Fire Lord Zuko. Have you guys seen the poster for this or any kind of art?
Yes.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah. Did you guys have any thoughts about it?
I was like, cool.
I wonder.
Hurry up and release some Avatar crap, for goodness sake.
See, okay, but I'm so like, stop releasing stuff.
Since the inception of this podcast that we've been working on for almost 2 years now, we've been like, oh yeah, Avatar's coming out. There's going to be Avatar movies, TV shows, blah, blah, blah. I mean, get the out of here, bro. I haven't seen anything yet. Come on, let's go.
PG,
are we going to do this or what?
Okay, so since then, we've had one thing. Okay, we saw the trailer for that really janky looking video game. The one that looks
oh my gosh, I forgot about that game.
Absolutely horrible.
Oh wow. I gotta look at that game. I gotta get that.
It looks so bad. And I'm glad
I gotta get
that, you know, our viewers, our listeners agreed as well that it looked like Garbaggio, okay? Because I'm like, am I being too critical? Is this like the art style that they're going for? Like, is this intentional and I'm just being like too critical? No, I'm
they're
glad
just
I
being
didn't.
cheap, dude. They're just being cheap bumps.
Well, it's the game developer. It's the game developer.
It looks untextured. It looks unfinished.
Well, hey, I know, but that's not what we're discussing here.
But we're talking about Avatar and how they are supposed to be coming out with all of these amazing things. Where the heck are they? We've gotten one.
A lot of it is coming out. Well, I say a lot of it. Some of it is coming out next year. A lot of it is coming out 2024.
Allegedly. Okay.
No,
Next
it is. It
not
is.
2024.
What is she
Sorry. 2025. 2025. Sorry,
Oh,
I
see,
forget.
now-
I forget
now you're just like
don't
saying like,
even,
yo,
don't
next
even.
year.
Are you serious?
Hey, it's next year. Oh, next year.
I forget what year it is. All
I'm
right.
so sick of y'all today. All right. Golly. Oh my gosh. No, I'm joking. But now this movie, okay? This is gonna be an animated movie. All right.
Dante Basco doing the voice.
Bosco. Dante Basco. Tabasco
Hey, Bosco
sauce.
was a bear.
I think
I've
I've got that sauce. Dante Basco. Dante Basco. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I got
is
that in
that
my
kid-
cabinet.
All right, is Rufio doing the voice? That's all
Listen,
I
that
need to
kid just
know.
turned like 43.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
no, he's
gosh.
like 50, whatever.
No,
He
he
is
just turned like
not,
no,
okay?
he is. He just turned like he's like in his mid
Yeah,
40s.
no, Brian said 50. Like, no.
My butt.
So he's going to be playing.
Is he doing the voice though?
I believe so. I
Okay,
believe so.
good.
Let's
That's
let's
all that.
48.
That's all that matters.
I'm clear.
48. I told you he's almost 50 years old, bro.
Shut up.
Tell me 43? No, he's not, man. He's a few years older than me. Man, get the heck out. He did Hook. He played Rufio when he was like 20
we
years
were
old.
all
dude.
there.
Okay?
20 years old.
So
Yeah, man.
Calm it
what-
down.
This is what the movie's gonna look like. As Dante
Oh my
Basco
gosh.
playing Zuko.
Oh,
It'll
my
look so
Lord.
real and good.
Zuko at the buffet, bro.
Oh my gosh. So.
The last Ryans. Yes.
Oh man.
My
So
God.
yeah, expect to see this at the movie and at least maybe some
Oh
better
my
animation.
gosh.
Why my armor not
Stop.
fitting me as well? I don't
It
know.
looks all crooked. Poor Dante. Okay, so at least his voice is still great. It's a little more mature now. That's also great. This Zuko is more mature as well. It's adult Zuko, okay?
Yes.
So what do we expect to see?
Zuko here.
Yeah,
We get-
Zuko.
yeah.
Hi, Zuko.
What do we expect
So-
to see? Gosh darn it, I'm hoping we see some Zuko mom action, okay? Find Zuko's mom. That
No, no,
sounded
no, they-
really
they-
weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, whoa!
Sorry.
PG. PG.
I've been looking for you all these years.
Oh my gosh.
PG. PG.
Nobody loved me the way you did, Bob.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I'm dreaming about you at night, Bob.
I said that so wrong. I apologize. Oh my gosh.
Somebody censor her. Somebody censor her. Put her
Witness
back
some
on.
Zuko
Put her
mom.
back
Zuko,
on.
I've never seen you with your scar. It's so manly.
Put her back on browser settings over here. Stop. Oh my God. Stop. Yeah,
It's like
you know the words
Oedipus
that's on.
Rex in here.
Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
when it comes to Zuko and his mom, in the comics, in the graphic novels, they did find his mom. There's a whole thing there.
Yeah,
It's called
not
The
everybody
Search.
not everybody read the comics, so maybe
It's-
we'll get some Zuko
But the comics
mom
are canon.
fighting.
Comics
They
are canon?
they
are.
100% are canon.
Okay,
They
there
are.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we also find out what happens to Azula. So that is also in.
Insane asylum.
Well, she's released. She said she's set to
Released from a stainless
Spoilers.
Okay, spoilers for a graphic novel that's been out for 10 years.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's called The Search. You can also check it out on YouTube. So you don't even have to buy it.
So
All right,
then-
the story. This is what I want. My Zuko movie.
Okay.
All right. Zuko finds out that there's this sect of Fire Lord fanatics that are looking to bring about the end of the world through fire again. But they're like more of like they're like those Amazon guys. The guys, you know,
like when Zuko and Aang were at the temple.
The sun people.
Yeah.
Think of it, it's like 2012, and they're like Mayans, and they're like, now is the time to bring the world to fire. And so Fire Lord Zuko it's more of like a spiritual journey. He's getting in there. He's connecting with these guys that taught him how to connect with fire too. So he's got to fight his masters, the Fire Lord masters, the Fire Masters, and so much fire going on. Just fire everywhere.
Just fire.
Just
you know what?
fire.
I think the movie should have fire.
I think so.
And then because in Korra, that's his grandson, right? That's the admiral, right?
Yeah. There is the
he's
captain.
He's
Iroh.
a general. No, he's
a general.
General
Iroh. So he's teaching his son. Zuko's teaching his son. Zuko already has his son, and he's like, "Come on, son, we got to go fight these fire guys that want to bring about the end of the world and everything."
We'll get another Aunt May, but a different one.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Aunt
So,
May.
somebody put her back on browser controls.
So just lots of fire going on, and yeah. And then dragons. There's gonna be like mad dragons.
That's what I want to see. Is reconnecting with dragons, Zuko finding dragons.
I want Toph to finally get her journey with Zuko. You know how they all got to go on the journey?
Yes.
And then she was like trying to have her one, and then Zuko's like, not right now, like pretty much was turning her off, and she's like, this is the worst thing ever. So I hope maybe they can like reconvene, have that connection again, and now she gets to go on her journey, her expedition with Zuko, and it's awesome.
And you know, this would be an ultimate retcon, but if they can retcon, and it doesn't have to be this movie in particular, it could be other media bits that they use, but to retcon some of the things that happen in Korra, to have it make sense, I think that's what I want.
Like some triple threat stuff or something like that. Well, no, that's Republic City.
Yeah,
so.
no, just some of the lore that was altered.
Gotcha.
Talking all the season 2 stuff.
Okay, the spirit world and Rava and Vatu.
Yeah, just all of that nonsense that no one asked for. Maybe they can have it make a little bit of sense. They do that just like they did with Star Wars. Having the Death Star plans make sense, which it completely and totally worked. Everybody needs to shut up. It totally worked. They could possibly do
Let us
something
know
like
down
that
in the comments below. Did it work or did it not work?
in Star Wars. In Rogue One. Rogue One was the great. I think Rogue One was the greatest thing to happen to Star Wars since.
It wasn't a great movie, but it made sense story-wise. It made sense.
Exactly.
Complete sense.
What are you guys talking about?
Rogue One.
Having Rogue One fix that problem of why would they put that hole in the Death Star? Why would they make such a weird addition?
I know. I never heard of this Rogue One.
Okay, moving on.
Listen. I had a professor work on that movie, okay? And that was actually really freaking cool.
Hey, wait a minute. I watched that movie.
Bump that was there. Before Bump that was there.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are talking about Wogue One. Oh,
Wogue One.
Wogue One. Yeah, okay. Wogue One was good.
Woogie One.
Oh my god, my hair right now.
Then let's see what else you got
Avatar
here.
Movie. This is
Avatar. What do you expect to see?
I hope he fixes Ba Sing Se. Okay, I hope he goes in there and just fixes it up.
Ty Lee will be there.
They really screwed it up. They didn't show anything of it being fixed at all. Like sure, like Aang and the gang were there, but that was right after
the
it
Earth
all.
King. The Earth King gets put back into power.
Yeah, or well, no, he ran away.
But he had
So,
to come back eventually.
Maybe.
Yeah, he did.
That's what I want to know. I want to see if they get the Earth Kingdom fixed up.
Okay, Sister Katie has something to say. Go ahead, Katie.
There is artwork floating around that is incredible of Ba Sing Se being turned like metal. Like the epicenter of the city has now this giant tower. I guess where the not castle was the what do you call that? Palace. Yeah, where the palace used to be. Now there's like a giant metal tower that looks like that tower in Dubai. It has that, and the ring, the outer ring is fixed, and there's just a lot more modern features put inside this. So I looked at it and I was like, that is cool.
Well, then I also
but
wonder.
But that's not in Korra though.
No, but we never saw Ba Sing Se and Korra.
No, we did go to the Earth Queens.
Yeah, that's in season.
Oh
3,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's right.
So that wouldn't be in there.
Here's one other thing, okay? The Fire Nation is still against all the other elements. How will Zuko change their minds?
That was also addressed in another graphic novel, the Divide or something like that. They're fighting.
The Great Divide.
I knew somebody was going to say that. I knew somebody was going to say that.
Let's just skip it.
No, what happens is their Fire Nation colonies are still in the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
And the Earth Kingdom is like, hey, we don't want you guys here anymore. And those people are like, but we're peaceful people. We've been living here for years, generations. So
you used to watch
this
my
is our
kids.
home.
Yeah, come on, Kuzan. You know, Kuzan.
Yeah, this is our, no, like colonies.
He's from the Fire Nation colonies. Kuzan. It's Aang. I'm joking.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Get with the
program!
program!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
So-
Have you even watched
Why?
Avatar, bro?
Jeez Louise. You
Oh
don't even know
my
who
Lord.
Kuzan is.
Oh, I know
my
exactly who
gosh.
Kuzan is.
What
That's
the
why I'm confused because
heck?
Kuzan was actually Aang's friend in the
Bruh,
Fire Nation.
Get with it.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Anyway, so in the graphic novel, there's a big feud that goes on there. And that actually drives a rift between Zuko, a big rift between Zuko and Aang. They start butting heads, and Zuko is like, hey, if I ever become like my father, take me out. Because I don't want this to ever happen again.
Man, that sounds like some Roku stuff. Some Roku
Yeah.
and Sozin stuff.
Yeah, so go check that out.
Yeah, like Susan's Comet.
Yeah, just like that.
Anyway,
just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
But I think it would be really cool to see the Fire Nation rebuilt, because the Fire Nation rebuilt and discovering dragons.
Oh, and then Zuko goes to that farm and Zuko alone.
I hate you.
He's like, you know what?
Well, okay, that's what the kid says.
I know.
Can't stand
Alright.
this kid, man. Hey kid,
I don't know
here's
what you
some
want us to
teeth.
say after that.
Here, kid, here's some teeth. Shut up. You know.
The mom says, "Don't you come any closer." And then, here, this belongs to you. No, I hate you. And then they just walk away. And it's
Spits
like,
at him.
Okay.
Hey, I burned your brother. He's dead.
Maybe he'll find that
Ooh.
girl that had the burn that cured Iroh of his whatchamacallit.
The Bakui berries.
Yeah.
Or no, the white jade bush.
Yeah, my name is Lee. Yeah, but we just call him Junior. So maybe she'll meet up with her again.
He needs to find that girl that he went out on a date with in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Jin.
happened. Yeah.
Her name Jin. Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll say, I could explain.
Oh my gosh. We'll find Smeller B and the Duke and Longshot
Dookie.
again. Dookie?
Yeah, the Dookie.
Not Jet. Jet died. So
It was very
sorry.
unclear.
Yeah. So who knows what this movie will entail. I don't know if we're gonna get. Will we get any of the other voice actors? Will we be getting Mae Whitman back? Will we be getting Sokka's voice actor back? I don't know.
That guy that we forgot about.
I can't remember his name. I just know Katara, my girl. So who knows? Who knows? But let us know down in the comments, what are you looking forward to seeing with this Zuko movie if it ever freaking comes out, okay? If it ever makes it to fruition, all right? So far, we have not seen anything else other than like a few snippets of artwork here and there. So apparently it's coming, but when and where, we shall see. Let us know in the comments down below. And that's going to conclude this week's episode of Bump That. Oh my goodness, we made it through. There was a little bit of a tiff between Katie and Brian this episode, all right? There was some...
Tiffed? I was right.
There was some shouting. There were some words and names called.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Brian is just so full of it.
No. End that. End it. What I was about to say, you jerk, was you need to make amends.
I'll make amends. Look at this guinea pig.
Okay, Brian doesn't even have any amends to make. He's itching his eyeball. So I think that's just going to end the episode right here. No sorries or sibling love will be exchanged tonight, friends. All right? That's just
never.
But let us know down in the comments what you guys thought about some of the things that we talked about. I'm dying to know everything. Everything. Just talk to us.
Hit that bell.
Yeah, hit that bell. Be notified anytime we release an episode.
Give us a like.
Yeah, do that stuff. You guys have been hitting us with the likes, which I appreciate. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for that. So we've got Brian in this corner.
Hey everybody, Zuko here.
Oh my gosh. We've got KT in this corner.
Flamey.
Oh my gosh!
That's what you get, son.
Yeah.
That's what you get. That'll show you.
I've been so
Dang.
sick. I've been
That'll
so
get you. That'll show you.
She went, ooh, ooh.
You guys should have heard me this morning.
She knows she pooped her pants just now. She
Oh
totally
my
did.
gosh.
No, you guys should have heard me this morning when I got out of bed. It was like the roosters were crowing outside and everything was peaceful, and then I wake up.
Oh my gosh. Katie pooped her pants and it became a Mario world. Oh my gosh. And I'm Ileana, your host, signing off on yet another episode of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we will see you guys
Happy
next
birthday
week.
to me!
Yes, Katie's turning 37. Woo, happy birthday. 48 years old, just like Dante Bosco.
My abs!
Oh my gosh. She's turning 34. 34. All right. Happy birthday, Katie. Happy birthday, Katie.
Oh my god.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
See you in next week's episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.